Welcome to the channel Chemistry for Competitive Exams, dear students. This is Satyatrinath. In this class, I am going to explain you Kolb-Schmidt reaction, one more named reaction, which is also important. In this reaction, generally what happens is, phenol when treated with phenol molecule treated with carbon dioxide in presence of an aqueous base like NaOH, followed by the treatment with diluted acid, forms orthohydroxybenzoic acid, as the product. This is orthohydroxybenzoic acid. This is generally referred as the salicylic acid. Dear students. So, whenever the phenol is allowed to react with the carbon dioxide molecule in presence of an aqueous base followed by the treatment with dilute acid, produces the orthohydroxybenzoic acid, salicylic acid as the product. This reaction is known as the Kolb-Schmidt reaction. How this salicylic acid is formed from these two reactants, I am going to explain you with the help of a mechanism, which is also a very simple one only. So please observe, dear students, the mechanism of this particular reaction is like this. First of all, the phenol molecule is subjected to the treatment with a base. Phenol is subjected to the treatment with base. Then what happens, because phenol is acidic and whenever it is treated with the base, it loses this proton, so that water is removed out, we are going to have the phenoxide ion. Phenoxide ion is formed like this. This phenoxide ion is more stable than the phenol. You all know this point. Because of the resonance phenomena, phenoxide ion is more stable than the phenol itself. So phenoxide ion is stable. Now this stable phenoxide ion is allowed to react with the carbon dioxide molecule. This phenoxide ion is allowed to react with the carbon dioxide molecule, dear students. That is C double bond O, carbon dioxide molecule. Here, please observe what happens is, there is the bonding takes place between this particular carbon and the carbon dioxide molecule. So for that thing to happen, this phenoxide ion converts itself to a carbon nucleophile. For that thing to happen, what happens is, this negative charge on the oxygen is coming in between oxygen and the carbon, and this pi bond completely transfers onto the carbon. Then what happens, dear students, it would become a carbon ion, a better nucleophile than the phenoxide ion, which has the negative charge on the oxygen. So this thing will happen. So first of all, before going to get combined with this carbon of the CO2, the carbon ion formation, please observe all of you. Then we'll proceed. See what happens is, the carbon ion, this is double bond O, this is the negative charge, and these are the two pi bonds. Now this is going to combine with the carbon dioxide, C double bond O, double bond O. We all know, dear students, the carbon at any time can become the C plus because it is attached with the two oxygens by means of double bonds. That means it can become easily an electrophile, and this is a better nucleophile. So with the help of this, it is forming a bond on this carbon, so that this pi bond entirely transfers onto the oxygen like this. Then what happens, if you observe carefully, then this bond formation has taken place, no doubt in it. C double bond O, and this is the negative charge that is formed on this oxygen. Okay, but the important thing, please remember all of you, here there is the aromatic benzene ring system. In this carbon ion, it is going to be disturbed. Now what happened is the aromaticity got disturbed here. So it is relatively less stable comparative to the phenoxide ion. Okay, and so relatively less stable means it is this particular step generally from this point to this point or from this to this generally takes place slowly. Hence this particular step becomes the rate determining step, dear students. Please observe, this is a rate determining step. Why this is slow? Because phenoxide ion is having the aromatic character but not here. So it is the rate determining step which generally takes place slowly. Next, what happens, you have to remember one more point here. In order to get back that aromatic character, like Raymond-Tiemann reaction, here what happens, the CH bond, okay, this CH bond is going to shift entirely into the benzene ring system like this. Okay, this bond will try to shift into the benzene ring system, and the carbon oxygen double bond, the pi bond will transfer onto the oxygen. Okay, so that this particular ring structure acquires the aromatic character. For this thing to happen, what should be there? The condition is this hydrogen, the CH bond, the hydrogen has to be attacked by a base. The base should give the electrons to the hydrogen, so that the CH bond electrons then shift to inwards the benzene ring. Then this pi bond will entirely transfers onto the oxygen. So the CH bond to travel into this benzene ring system, this hydrogen need to be attacked by a base. Please remember this. This base attacks this hydrogen. Simultaneously what happens? This CH bond, the two electrons will shift into the benzene ring system. This is an important point to be considered. Next, what happens is, so the hydrogen is removed out with the help of the base. So water is removed out, right? Then this structure becomes like this. Then what happens is, the aromaticity is again regained. This is O minus. Now this is C double bond O, O minus. Now there are two negatively charged ions. Okay, these two simultaneously they accept the protons from the diluted acid. They accept protons from the diluted acid. When you subject the treatment with diluted acid, this O minus and the O minus present over here, these two acquires the hydrogen, and the formed molecule would be like this. This is the CO, OH, and this is the OH. What is this molecule, dear students? The molecule, the so-called molecule that is formed here is nothing but orthohydroxybenzoic acid, or popularly known as the salicylic acid. So this is how from the phenol the salicylic acid is produced. Please observe once again all of you. Phenol upon treatment with the base converted to the phenoxide ion. Here also water molecule is removed out. Okay. Then this phenoxide ion combines with the carbon dioxide. So for this thing to happen, the phenoxide ion is converted to a carbon ion. Okay. Because of this resonance, it could able to convert into this carbon ion. This carbon ion attacks this electrophilic carbon of the CO2. Okay. So there is the new bond formation between this carbon and this carbon. So that is how this bond is formed. When a base attacks this hydrogen, then the bond between the carbon and the hydrogen will entirely shift into the Benzyl ring system, so that again there is the generation of this aromatic character. And in the final stage, this particular molecule, when treated with the diluted acid, acquires these 2 H plus ions and convert itself to the salicylic acid molecule like this. So this is how you can understand the mechanism of the Kolb's electrolysis, dear students. If you observe carefully, this is the Kolb's electrolysis mechanism. Okay. So Kolb-Schmidt reaction actually, in fact. So what is Kolb-Schmidt reaction? I am giving you a simple recap. When phenol is treated with the carbon dioxide in presence of an aqueous base, followed by the treatment with diluted acid, produces the salicylic acid. Okay. Next, how it is produced? Like this. The simple mechanism is, when phenol is treated with the base, phenoxide ion is formed. Phenoxide ion upon treatment with the carbon dioxide, a new CC bond is generated, which upon treatment with a base loses water, and this electron shift into the Benzyl ring system, generating its aromaticity once again. In the final step, it is simply treated with the diluted acid, so that it is converted to the salicylic acid. Hope you have understand this particular mechanism. Hope this is very clear to you. Please practice this. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.